Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Week 4 of the NFL and Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football pregame show. We'll call it a little bit of an advanced pregame show because the game is already underway between the Rams and Vikings. And the score is right now 14-10 in the second quarter with 9:28 to go. And we'll talk about this game and we'll preview it, and even though it's already underway, but first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football trivia question. How many yards did Rams running back Eric Dickerson gain per carry in 1984? I will have the answer later in the broadcast. Well, it's Week 4 of the NFL, and it's Thursday Night Football, and to kick off Week 4, the LA Rams and the Minnesota Vikings are squaring off tonight at LA Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles, California. The Rams are 3-0 going into tonight's game and have been on fire the last three games of the NFL season, the last three games. And the Vikings are 1-1-1, and they would like to go to 2-1-1 tonight, and they would like to get the win. And after two straight losses, the last 2 weeks, the Vikings really want to win this game tonight. And Vikings QB Kirk Cousins is hoping to have a better game tonight, and really hopes his teammates will have a better game too. And they are battling some injuries right now, and the Rams are as well. I know the Vikings want to steal one on the road, but I feel the Rams have the edge in this game, and that's why I picked to win tonight's game, the LA Rams. And I really think it's going to be it's right now 14-10, but I think it's going to be 28-21 Rams victory. That's my little prediction there. I got to tell you, if Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins doesn't show why he's the starter, he may lose his position and may get moved to the number 2 position of quarterback. And Vikings running back Delvin Cook is active, and he will play, and he is playing against the Rams tonight. Now, I got to tell you, I think this is really going to be a good game between the Vikings and Rams, because I think it could come down to the wire. You never know, and you never know. This really could come down to the wire tonight. So we'll have to see how this game progresses and how it is going to turn out. So, now the Rams are battling some injuries tonight, and these guys are not playing tonight. Mark Barron, linebacker, I know he's battling an injury. Linebacker Dominique Easley, I know he's battling he's got an injury as well. Sebastian Joseph Day, defensive tight end, he's also battling an injury. Running back John Kelly, who is also it's because of injury as well. JoJo Nathan, also due to battling an injury, and Tenzel Smart, defensive tight end, also because of an injury. I think it's a knee one for him. I'm not sure. And kicker Greg Zuerlein, also because I don't know if it's a knee injury or a groin injury. I'm not sure. You have to check me if I'm wrong. And the Vikings are also battling injury, and they've got some inactive players tonight. Defensive end Everson Griffin, defensive back Anthony Harris. Those are both because of injuries. And Jalen Holmes, defensive tackle. Tom Johnson, defensive tackle or tight end. And no, those are also because of injuries. I think they're knee or leg injuries. I'm not sure. Marcus Sherrells, defensive back. Kyle Sloter, quarterback Kyle Sloter. So I think it's a number 2 quarterback. And those are also because of injuries. And offensive guard Brian Weitzman, and that's also because of an injury as well. a lot of Vikings and Rams players battling injuries. So what that means is for the Rams, if the secondary, because they may have to put the secondary in, can step it up and really perform well, then the Rams will win this ball game. And I feel that may have to happen. But we're going to have to see with tonight's game. And now the Vikings are battling their injuries, and the Vikings, if they would need to have their secondary come into the game, their secondary is really going to have to perform well and really show what they are made of for the Vikings to have a chance to win this game. Because the Rams have been on fire, and they've got a heck of a defense and a heck of a team. Their defense is really, really tight, is really, really a strong defense, and their running game, they've got a heck of a running game as well, which is a really strong running game as well. So the Vikings are really going to have to step it up if they want to win this ball game tonight, if they really do. So I think, yeah, they really have to really know. They know what they have to do, and their head coach knows what they have to do as well. So we shall see. And so we'll have to wait and see what happens with tonight's game, and we'll see what happens with that. So I want to point out, keep this in mind. The Rams are 3-0. The Vikings are 1-1. But keep this in mind. The Vikings did have one game where they tied, and the Vikings and when they played the Green Bay Packers, the Vikings missed the field goals, and the Packers missed several field goals to win this game, which was in overtime. Keep that in mind. That's why they're 1-1 because of that tie. You've got to know that. So, and that's why the Vikings, I feel, have their work cut out tonight with this game. So I really feel that the Vikings are really going to have to really put the pressure on the Rams defense if they want to win tonight's game. And I've already given you my Thursday Night Football pick, which is the LA Rams. And so I would give you the rest of my picks on Sunday when I do Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. So you'll get the rest then. So hopefully I can get another win, because I did win by picks last week for week 3. So, and it was nice to get a win, because I am now 1-1-2, and my brother-in-law is 2-1-2. So hopefully I'd like to go to 3-1-2. So we'll see. We'll get back to talking about tonight's game in just a sec. But first, it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports Thursday Night Football trivia question. How many yards did Rams running back Eric Dickerson gain per carry in 1984? If you said 5.6, you are correct. Dickerson's 5.6 yards per carry led the Rams to a playoff berth in 1984. Now, I have another question on my next broadcast, which will hopefully will be either tomorrow or Saturday or on Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. So stay tuned for that. Now, getting back to previewing tonight's game, I know one injury is a surprise. I think it's Vikings quarterback Kyle Sloter, who is the number 2 quarterback, and I think that was the surprise, or it's one of. But they're just battling so many injuries right now, and hopefully, if they need to put that secondary in, then they're going to do it. And I think that will give them a chance to show what they're made of, and they're going to have to really play hard if they want to win tonight's game. But I do feel the Rams have the edge in this game. I really, really do. And I think a lot of football fans are going to agree with me on that. And I think because it's in LA. So we're going to have to really wait and see and watch what happens with tonight's game between the LA Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, should the Vikings upset the Rams tonight and win this game, that's going to be a surprise. Should they do it, it would be a really big step for and probably save Kirk Cousins' position at the number one starting quarterback. So, I think the pressure is more on the Minnesota Vikings. That's what I feel. And I feel that the Vikings really have the pressure on them. I feel the Vikings really have their work cut out for you because I feel the Rams. I feel are going to win this ball game tonight. I feel they are, and I just feel that way. I don't know. Don't ask me why, but I just feel it because they're playing in LA. I feel that the Rams just have the edge in this ball game tonight. So we're really going to have to find out and watch and see what happens. So really watch, really keep your eye on this game tonight because this is really going to be a heck of a game, and I really think it is going to come down to the wire tonight. This game, I think it's going to come down to the final seconds to see who really wins this ball game tonight. But we're going to have to wait and see that because it's only in the second quarter right now, and it's 14-10 Rams lead. So keep that in mind with 9:28 to go. But it's probably less than that now. But I will see when I go to watch the ball game on my TV in my living room. So hopefully, I think this is going to be a really, really awesome game tonight. So really keep focused on tonight's game. Just really watch what's going to happen, and just watch what's really just going to keep, and really just pay attention. And refs need to make good calls, and neither team should not have penalties tonight at all. No penalties whatsoever, and there has to be not too many flags on tonight's plays on the play tonight. So let's just wait and see what happens, and really watch this game tonight and see how it unfolds. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football pregame show, advanced pregame show, since now it's second quarter. I will have the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Rams and Vikings postgame show immediately when the game has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.